got a crazy story for you that just happened. So I just got back from Agorapulco and Acapulco. I drove all the way there to Acapulco from Arizona, and I drove all the way the fuck back. And now I finally made it across the border after what was the most ridiculous story ever. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a delicious fruit that grows in the tropics. It's called soursop by Americans. It's got other names in Spanish. And that shit is so yummy, and it's like the most potent anti-cancer food that exists. Its leaves are like the most potent herbal tea that you can drink, and it's just all around the best thing ever. So I bought 2 beautiful fat ones and a third one for myself to bring home to eat, right? Now, I guess I never got the memo that like fruit is dangerous, apparently, because in Mexico, like 3 different times they tried to confiscate the fruit I had, and they're pretty laissez-faire there. So like they caught my mangoes, but whatever, I was pissed about that. My soursop stayed under the radar, so I was like, awesome, dope. So then, of all people, the fucking U.S. border makes the biggest deal about it, and they give you some bullshit about, oh, fruit flies, we're all gonna die if there's fruit flies. And I just don't believe that. It's bullshit. Like, there's definitely another reason for that, and I'll get into that, what I think it is personally. But, so this fucking faggot border dude is like looking at my most delicious soursop, and he's just like, oh yeah, I don't even know what that is, I gotta look it up. And he looks it up and he finds out it's like on the banned fruit list. So the government has this list, and it's just some fruit, like not all fruit. Like there are some things that you can declare and bring in, but soursop's not one of them, apparently. And I just learned that. So he makes a huge deal, and I got to go to secondary inspections, which is where they tear your fucking car apart, they take your keys, like, you know what I mean? You're under whatever, you're detained, you know, it sucks. So they're searching through my thing, but before I get there, this girl comes up to me, and she looks different from everybody else. She's wearing a stupid mask, but like her eyes were different from everybody else I was interacting with. And she was like, hi, I'm with National Geographic, and I'm filming a documentary about the border. Would you like to be in it? And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, sure, whatever. I'm like, whatever, like, let's do it. And the irony was, she was filming this as they're searching me, and as they're taking out these fruits. So she's getting this great footage of like this like stoner hippie dude getting searched by a bunch of like armed fucking idiot looking status people, and they're pulling out fruit, like this random like green tropical fruit. People are like, what's that? Is that dangerous? And so they pull out everything that they can, like my guitar, this, that. They're like, oh, you got shit hidden. And no, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna get fucking caught with that bullshit. I knew that that was a possibility, so no way in hell was I gonna let that happen. So what they do find, though, is this box that I was bringing with me. A friend of mine wrote this wonderful book that I was helping him try to hustle down in Mexico. And it was in this box, and the box was closed. Like, what's in this? And they rip open this box. It's like 5 Border Patrol people at the U.S. border doing their thing. And what is in the box? What did they discover? This book. Government, the biggest scam in history exposed, written by my friend Etienne de la Boisse Squared. Can you believe the looks on their faces when that happened were priceless. Like they were like, what is this book? And then it's like got a great picture of all these kids like saluting the flag and being all brainwashed with a TV and shit. And it's just funny, like the first thing they read is like what they're literally doing is a scam. And then I'm sure it got real meta for a few of them. Like I'm sure they stepped back and were like, we're searching a hippie dude's car looking for fruit so that we can steal it from him. And they stole my fruit, those fuckers. So I got a great shot of me. I was holding the book for this documentary that's gonna be on fucking Hulu, on National Geographic. And these idiot border people are all fucking, like, a bunch of them are standing off to the side because they were like, oh, we don't want to be seen in this video. And it's like so telling that they're like ashamed of their actions when it comes time to actually just for the world to see what they're doing. Like these people are literally ashamed. That's what it is. It's these shameful, weak people with no self-confidence that just get pulled into this shit by this fucking giant monster that says it's gonna protect them if they fucking do what it says. It's such bullshit. That's why it's a scam. Cause, so I didn't lose my fucking, I didn't lose anything else but my goddamn fruit, which I was gonna give to my stepkids and my fucking wife. Like I was so excited. The kids were gonna go nuts. It's so yummy. It's like a pina colada. It's the healthiest thing they could have. And now I can't feed my kids this food that I bought from a free private sale in Mexico because the government says dangerous fruit flies. Now, what I think the real fucking reason is, if you ask me, is that they're just trying to limit this fucking healing food's ability to get to people's mouths and on people's plates. Like, that's definitely what it is. They're not fucking worried about fruit flies. That's so stupid. Like, there's like, oh, it's a different species and they're gonna fucking shut the fuck up. That's not why you're doing it. I know why you're doing it. You're doing it because it's impossible to get soursop in most places in the United States. It's so hard. And even if it is, and I was talking to the dude, so like, how do people who like don't just like freely cross the border, like how does it get into America? Because I've bought it in America, and he was like, oh, well, it has to go through this inspections facility where it gets sprayed and processed so that there's no fruit flies. So like, oh, hold on, wait a second. You can't have natural fruit that you bought off of a tree in Mexico. You can't do that. You have to fucking, we have to make sure we spray it first so that you get poisoned, because otherwise you can't have it. Because you can't be eating healing food that's not sprayed with poison. And that's what they do. They poison. They want to make sure all the fucking food that comes in is poisoned. This is insanity, dude. And like right now, literally at the same exact time, my wife is being dealing with this bullshit about having to wear a mask in these stores. And for the fucking record, let me explain this to people. These businesses, fucking Trader Joe's, Costco, all these stupid fucking businesses that say it's their policy that you have to wear a mask, so you have to do it. Dude, it's bullshit. That's not a real argument. It's not a legal argument. If you fucking are a business and you just say, oh, we have this policy that we're just gonna murder every woman that walks in the business because it's our policy, you can't do that. It's not right. It's not illegal. It will not, you can't do that. Like, there will be no way that could exist in the jurisdiction that these businesses operate in as public accommodations. They can't commit murder. They can't assault people. They cannot harm people's health. And when you can demonstrate physically and scientifically that masks harm people's health by making us breathe in our toxins. It's literally a gas chamber. You want to talk about the Nazis in gas chambers? They figured out a way to put everybody in their own gas chamber. Congratulations. You're gassing yourself. It's like running the car in the fucking garage with the fucking exhaust on, and then you die of suffocation. It's the same thing, you idiot. It's your exhaust killing you. They put everybody in gas chambers and nobody realized it. Shout out to my friend Elle for fucking telling me that shit. She blew my mind with that one night. That's why you got to go to Anarchapulco and Agorapulco and all these events, because like those are the experiences you have and like the expansion of your mind that happens. So at any rate, yeah, these fucking people, the fruit's illegal because it's too healthy, or only if it gets sprayed with the poison can you have it. So wake up, the mask thing's bullshit. Like I said, they can't do that. That's why, and dude, the cops in Arizona, it's funny because they call the cops and there's cops in that parking lot. My wife's telling me, she's like the fucking recon for a friend who's like, yeah, who's still in there. And the cops aren't going. They're leaving the thing. They're like, oh, I'm not dealing with that. I've had experiences. There's videos on this channel. Look up good cop and miss that mask laws are bullshit or something like that. It's just something like that. And you watch a conversation I have with a cop. For the same exact thing happened to me and my wife at a grocery store. And the cop fucking, boom, he was like, dude, I agree with you. This is crazy. Like, and he was misguided in thinking that the business is private, therefore it has the right to tell you go. No, it's a public accommodation. They cannot discriminate anybody based on race, gender, sexuality, ethnicity, and medical conditions. Look it up. It's against the law, you stupid leftists. Your own fucking bullshit comes back to bite you when you come with this argument. You can't medically discriminate in people. You can't get a guy in a wheelchair and say, hey, no wheelchairs allowed. You gotta walk, buddy. He has a medical exemption from walking in the store. Just like people who require oxygen, which is, congratulations, you and all of us need a medical exemption from not being in our own fucking gas chambers, all right? It's getting ridiculous that people haven't figured this out. And I'm just so over it, and I need everybody to wake up. Even in fucking Mexico, these people are brainwashed. And they're more afraid of it because they're like controlled by third world countries. Believe it or not, and I hate to say this because it sounds like patriotic or whatever, and this is like an anarchist channel, but America is where you want to be in this pandemic. America has the most resistance towards the pandemic. Texas is just like, fuck it. Fuck these rules, we're done. Everything's open, we're done. And even now in Pennsylvania, the most fucking democratic bullshit ever, even though he's still trying to fizzle in some restrictions here, he's lifting bans too. Arizona never locked down a second time, and they're still not locked down. That's why I'm here. That's why I moved here. That's why I left Philly. My favorite place. Like, I loved Philly. I lived there for 30 years. I had so many great experiences there, and then it turned into a communist fucking nightmare. So I had to leave. And all my friends there who I know, who are with me and who understand this shit, I know you get it, dude, and I know you're the resistance, and I know you're trying. And trust me, we're gonna have an Arkadelphia this year, and that's what it's gonna be about. We're gonna show up there, all of us without fucking masks, and we're gonna cause a big fucking problem. And if you wanna call us Karens, you gotta look up that word in the dictionary, because Karens exploit the law for their own benefit. We're exploiting the law for everybody's freedom, and for people to not be brought into medical tyranny and health detrimental gas chambers. This is literally about people's health and safety. This is literally about your right to breathe. All right, it's not some fucking Karen, oh, I want a discount on my latte because you didn't make it fast enough shit, you fucking idiots. It's about literally, there's a mind virus going around that's trying to take over the fucking world with this shit, and that is a symbol of submission and slavery. And every time I've had to do that, you feel as a man like, oh, I tap out, I give up. Fuck that shit. Don't tap out to this fucking bullshit. Fight it, dude. I know you guys are fighters out there, and I know you have the strength to stand up to this. Men of the fucking world, hear me out. Right the fuck now. Don't ever let anybody tell you to put a mask on again. And do what I do. Learn what you gotta learn to put them in their fucking place, and give them some fucking energy so they know you're fucking serious. Because it's beyond this being kind and nice to you shit because you're ignorant, because you're literally trying to put me in a gas chamber, motherfucker. So that's it. It's over. I don't want to see any more men succumbing to this shit. I don't want to see MMA fighters in the fucking weigh-ins wearing your mask. Like, come on, dude. We are fucking muscles. You could murder every one of these people, and you're fucking, they have you by the balls and by your mind. Come on. I know you guys are stronger than that. I'm just pissed that I don't have my fruit, man. That's what it comes down to. And my family has to go through that shit. Like, it's insanity. This all happened at, like, the exact same time. Two separate things. Crazy. But the beauty of it is that I've been gifted by God with the ability to talk about this stuff and communicate it in a way that resonates with some people. And I'm glad I'm able to do that, and I hope that other people start doing that as well, even if it's just on your local level with the people that you know and the people you care about most. The more we spread it word of mouth, the more it goes viral in the mental mind of the universal consciousness up there. The etheric fields that we're all connected to. That's how they control it, dude. I'll end it on this note. And this is how real it gets. Another mind-blowing moment for me at Agorapolco and Anarchapulco by my buddy Gabriel, who was part of Agorapolco actually, and part of the planning team, and was the head chef of the fucking party that we threw, which was crazy. But you'll see all of that in a video that's coming soon. He explained it to me like this. In a beehive, the queen bee emits a frequency, an energetic frequency. It's mental, emotional, it's everything. It's a full spectrum frequency. And the worker bees, like NPCs to computer code, respond accordingly to that frequency's desires, demands, and motivations. That is exactly the same thing that has happened with humanity, with submission to government and these masks. You're all stupid little fucking bees listening to what isn't a righteous queen, but is an evil queen, a lizard queen. You're listening to the lizard queen, and it's not even that you're consciously listening. Your whole being is taken over by that frequency because you have not claimed sovereignty of it. You have not become aware enough of your inner energy, your mental, emotional, and spiritual energy to be the sovereign energy over yourself, that we are sovereign kings of our own temples. You're just a worker bee at a jacked up beehive. So we're trying to create the new hive. We're trying to create the hive that's for the people and for love and for freedom. So that's what I'm beaming up into the universe. And everybody who's watching this video or who talks about this stuff or who even meditates on it, you can just be silent in the corner of a room and send it up with tremendous power. That's what the sages of East Asia for ages. And I know they're probably still trying. It's the reason we still have a fighting chance. That stuff's what's going on in the background. So just feeling this way in your heart is powerful enough to make a change. And that's what everybody at Anarchapulco realized and everybody at Agorapolco realized. And together in unity, we danced and danced and danced and expressed love and talked about freedom and dissed the masks and expanded our minds all together in one concentrated fucking bulge of energy and shot that up into the fucking ether. And then the irony is that the fucking one guy that the fucking Border Patrol all go to pick on, it just so happened to, because of karma and because of the beauty of how that energy comes back around, realize that government's a scam. So that was crazy. Lots of synchronicity there. Love you guys. I don't want to talk your face off, but that's from the heart. I love y'all. Peace. Check out for videos of Anarchapulco and Agorapolco coming soon. Favorite year. Best one yet. TV made me do it. Thanks. Yep. TV is the signal. TV is that hive mind signal. That's what they're using. That's how they're faking the queen bee powers. Don't be a victim. Don't be a worker bee. Be a sovereign king of your temple. Peace.